Oh, just be yourself, man. If I can give you any advice, just be yourself. What absolute bullshit advice that is. No one is going to tell you to just be yourself. Just be yourself, yeah? If you are an absolute stud. You might be thinking, hold on. I'm really confused. Surely being yourself is great advice. No, it's actually fucking shit advice. And let me explain to you why. Right, let's use our imagination. Let's call him Jimmy, yeah? Jimmy, right? Smokes a bit of weed, he plays video games. He's not an absolute delinquent, you know? He's got potential. Maybe he leaves it too long before he goes to the barbers. Just like the guy could shave. The guy could shave a little bit more often than he is. He goes up to someone like me, sees me in the gym, and he's doing like little optimal workouts that aren't building his biceps or his chest. And he goes, mate, you are an absolute fucking stud. And I go, thank you very much. Very true. What would you like, Jimmy? And he goes, mate, just how do I get bigger? And I want to be more confident. And, you know, I want a girlfriend. I don't know how to talk to girls. Oh, sometimes I can't get out of bed. And, you know, and all the above. If I was to say to Jimmy these words that are repeated on our earth constantly, and just say, you know what, man? You know what, Jimmy? Give him a little pat on the back and say, mate, just be yourself. You are wonderful and amazing. And Jimmy goes, oh, all right, sure. 5 years later, Jimmy has continued to be himself, and I've seen him in the gym. 5 years later, I'm bigger and stronger, more intelligent, right? And Jimmy, because I've told him to stay the same, he has now, you guessed it, stayed the same because he continued to be himself. If you are a little wormy weasel and you look in the mirror and think, I don't really like anything about my life or myself, you know, there's some things I like, but I'm not entirely happy with how my life is at the moment. I'm not entirely happy with my appearance at the moment. You need to change. You need to change. You need to transform. You need to evolve. How gutted do you think this caterpillar is going to be when all of his boys around him are now butterflies? The caterpillar cannot just continue being itself, right? It can't continue being itself. It needs to evolve. It needs to take some time away, shrivel up into a cocoon. You know what I mean? Kick down the walls, bang, spread its wings. And now it is a beautiful, gorgeous insect that just floats about the earth, yeah? Because it's taken time to change. But you cannot change if you first don't even recognize that you need to. So the next time you hear this advice of, just be yourself, mate. Nah, you're great. Just be yourself, all right? You need to actually do the opposite. If you're training optimally, yeah, you need to change and train aggressively. If you feel that your test is low, you need to get your fucking test high. Do you know what I mean? Take some testosterone if you need to. Yeah, there's a natural supplement that you can get. Boosts your testosterone through the roof, okay? I do it, I feel like a machine, right? And I'm natural. So find some of that, you can get it on Amazon. Side note, I will be making a video on all the supplements that I take. If you're not feeling genuinely handsome and looking at yourself and going, you know what? I might not be the best looking guy in the world. I might not be fucking Marlon, right? I might not be Marlon, but you do want to look at yourself and go, I'm all right. You know what I mean? I'm all right, yeah? That is so much better than like 80% of the population, yeah? 80% of the population are obese, don't really know how to shave their beard, and wear clothes that just don't even fit them. It's really quite easy to become better than average looking, yeah? And seriously, you'll stand out like a sore thumb if you get just a little bit handsome, all right? And trust me, and it's also just such a life hack to just feeling good. All of this is a life hack to feeling good. That's what I want. That's what I want ultimately at the end of the day for myself and for you. I know what it is like to wake up out of bed, not love the way I look, not love the person I am, not love the things that I do, okay? And just not love the life that I'm living. I know what it is like. Most of people live like this. I know what it's like to wake up out of bed, check myself, okay, I'm feeling handsome, leave my apartment that I love living in, do activities and hang out with people that I actually love hanging out with, and snowboarding down mountains because that's something I love to do. I found my passion. Pretty much like I'm not trying to flex my life, yeah, but like this is just a complete contrast and opposite because I transformed. I was living like a caterpillar. I'd spent like a year dedicating myself to leveling up, and I was then living like a butterfly. I am living like a butterfly, okay? That's what you need to do. You need to live like a butterfly, okay? You cannot float around though if you don't take that period to transform and keep being yourself, okay? Change yourself, because you don't actually like change your soul. Your soul is your soul. Like you cannot change that, but everything exterior you can change. But you shouldn't change yourself. Yes, you should change yourself, Because trust me, if you semi-like yourself now and you don't really want to change, trust me, you are gonna love yourself. You're gonna love yourself if you actually start back in the gym hard, you get your testosterone high, you know what I mean? You start working on your confidence and speaking to new people, speaking to new girls, developing new relationships, actively saying, right, I'm not gonna spend any more time scrolling on TikTok. I'm gonna utilize this time and either start working on a business, or I'm gonna take that time, because I don't know what business I wanna do yet, and actually just enjoy my life and find my passion, like go surf, or go play football, or go fishing. I don't know what your hobby is, or what your passion is, but just discovering it and living in it. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I just had to turn the camera on and just start saying this, because it was just racing through my mind. And I was just like, yeah, don't be yourself, be someone better, be your elevated self, be your higher self. All right, Billy Sam J, thanks mate, thanks for that lovely inspiration, but where do I even start? How do I even do this? Unfortunately for you, I do not have my course ready in order to give you the absolute wisdom. However, you can watch any of my other YouTube videos if you want to learn how to speak to women, if you want to learn how to get jacked, or if you just want to be put in a good mood and just get the momentum rolling and just watch one of my vlogs and have a little laugh. Watching this channel hopefully will help you improve your life. That is the ultimate goal of this whole YouTube thing that I'm doing. All right, so I truly hope it does, okay? I've said it 1,000 times, but I'll say it once more for the outro. Don't be yourself. Transform. Grow your wings, take time away, hit the gym, study, read, learn, put in the reps, hide away, rip open that cocoon, spread your wings, and trust me, life will feel like a completely different ballgame. If you enjoy this style of content, subscribe. If you like watching the festival videos, subscribe, because there's more of that coming too. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Telegram if you want to. If you don't, that is absolutely fine. All right, but hit subscribe, yeah, because I'd appreciate that. We're currently on 670 subscribers. Yeah, I'm keeping track. All right, you should get one of these whiteboards too. That's a little bit of extra wisdom for you there. Anyway, don't read mine, it's a secret. All right, seriously, I'm out of here. Subscribe, I'll see you next time. Peace.
Sitting on my neck while I'm chilling in the ocean. I'm going so viral, you know that I'm sliding my shit.